that we've set up our parent pages, let's see if we can add more pages to our design. To add pages to an InDesign document, in your Pages panel, you can click on the menu and let's choose Insert Pages. From here, we can tell it to add a certain number of pages. So let's say we want to add 6 pages and we want to insert those pages after a specific page of page 4. We also want it to inherit the same type of parent pages. In this case, we want to keep it at none. When we say OK, if we zoom back out, you can see that it inserted more pages into our design, and after page 4, it starts using these none parent pages. Going to our Pages panel, if you ever want to swap up pages, for instance, let's go to page 12. You can see page 12 is based on a 3-column structure, but page 11 is based on a 2-column structure. I want to be able to swap both of these out. So in our Pages panel, I'm going to click on the page 12 and simply drag it on top of page 11. This will swap up both of those pages, and now you can see page 11 has the 3-column structure and page 12 has the 2-column structure. We essentially swapped both of them together. If you need to delete pages from a document, for instance, let's click on page 5 in our Pages panel. Then we can hold down the Shift key and click on page 6. With both of these pages selected, we can click the little trash can at the bottom of our Pages panel, and that'll delete away those 2 pages. Now let's get real crazy. Since we inserted essentially 4 different pages in the middle of our document, and I'll zoom out so we can see them, we want these 4 blank pages to be treated like a special insert. They're going to be a different size, and they're also going to have some different page numbering options. To change the size of a specific page within InDesign, let's use our Pages tool. With the Page tool selected, we can go over to our Pages panel and double-click on page 5. Then you can hold down Shift and click on page 8 to select all the pages in between 5 and 8. Now with them selected, check out our Control panel. We want to choose the right center reference point, and let's change the height and width of it. We'll change the width to be 7.5 and the height of it to be 10 inches. With both of those changed up, you can now see that all of the other pages in between are a different size as well too. Notice that when we change the page size, the margins and everything else are automatically readjusted as well. This means that the content on the inside of these pages is also going to be different. If necessary, you can use your measurements tool to readjust and re-see whatever size is on the inside of this as well too. Now, in addition to changing the page size, we also want to change up our page numbering structure. We want to treat this inset page as if it's being numbered in Roman numerals. Right now, all of our pages go from page 1, 2, 3, and 4. We want this 5th page to start off with Roman numeral number 1. Since it's an inset, we need to change this to a different section. So with page 5 selected in your Pages panel, let's go to the Menu Options and then choose Numbering and Section Options. Inside of this area, we're going to start a new section. We want it to start numbering at number 1, and we want to change the style of it from the Arabic numerals to the Roman numerals that are lowercase. Then say OK. Notice now that in our Pages panel, it starts numbering after page 4. We get a little arrow pointing downward, and all of our other Roman numerals are in Roman numeral. As a matter of fact, if we look at our page numbers here, they're also in Roman numerals. Now we want to start this part back at page 5, and we want this to be turned back into our regular Arabic numerals. So let's go down on our Pages panel one more time and locate page V, Roman numeral 5, with it selected. Let's open up our Pages options, and again open up our numbers and sections. We're going to start a new section here. So again, starting new section. In this case, we're going to start numbering at number 5, and change our style back to 1, 2, 3, 4. When we say OK, once again, it'll give it a new section and pick up numbering right where it left off. And you can see if I scroll down, whoops, there it is, how it rechanges it back here too. So adding sections allows you to also change the styling of the automatic page numbering that we've set up on our parent page. The final thing we want to do is to add some graphics. Let's go back to pages 2 and 3 so we can see both the spreads. And let's place the graphics that were given to us. We'll go up to File, down to Place. We want to choose Article 1 and hold down the Command key and choose Article 2. And also choose Graphic 1 for the honeybee and Graphic 2 for the garden tools. With this done, we'll hit Open. Since we have a variety of text and images, notice that they'll follow our cursor. Let's click once on this left-hand side and place the text inside of this text box, and then once on the right-hand side to place this text. We can place the honeybee on the right-hand side and the garden tools over here on the left-hand side. Because we pre-made our graphics to fit those particular sections, they're automatically created and placed for us. Now, if we wanted to place other graphics, we could easily use this grid structure to have everything fit nicely inside of this area. Using the grids takes away a lot of the guesswork over exactly where to place things and how big it should be. To save time, we can go to File and Place, and the book has already given us a variety of things that are already created. So we're going to scroll down and choose snippet number 2. This snippet, you can place it at the very top left corner of your margins, and it'll automatically place the text or the graphics right where they need to be for your page. If you've made a mistake and you've accidentally placed it in the wrong place, you can go to Edit and Undo Place. This will put it back on your cursor, and once again, click on the intersection of your two red lines to place it right where it needs to go. Let's zoom in and replace this placeholder text at the top. Grab your type tool. Remember, hold down Shift and Command, and you can select the placeholder text. We can then highlight the text. Let's call this one Bees and Bugs. We can then shift over, hold down Shift and Command, and click on this placeholder text. We can then triple click to highlight all of it and do garden tips. We can then back out. Now the last thing that we need to do is to ensure that everything is laid out so that it goes to the printer correctly. One common mistake is not having things go all the way to the bleed guidelines. For example, if I zoomed in on this bottom graphic, you can see that it goes to the edge of my document, but we needed to go to the edge of the red bleed guide or beyond it. So if you see anything like this, you can always select the graphic with your black arrow, click on the right edge and drag it outward till it's beyond that edge too. If you go to the very top of any of your pages, you'll notice that the green part isn't going to this edge as well. Rather than fixing this on every single page that has this, let's just go and change it in our parent page. If we double click on the 3-column layout at the top, remember this is our main parent that we've designed, we can go up to the top of this placeholder text, choose the green graphic, and then grab it and drag it up to the red line. Now when I double click on page 2 and go over to page 3, you can see that it's fixed here, as well as any other pages that are using this green graphic as well too. With this done, you can view the entire spread. Let's go up to File and save it one last time. And this InDesign file is what you're going to turn in for this project.